All right, welcome all to the first cast, the new No Worries Weekly. We're casting this week in our first one from the Fortune of War in the Rocks, Sydney. It's a great hotel, renowned for its service and style, and happy times all around. We all have a good laugh here, and that's how we've all basically met. And we'd love you to listen in regularly, but this is a chance for us to give you an insight on who we are, what we want to do, and it's all about you, not just us. I'll hand over to Cedric. He's a long-term local. He's a stalwart, and he wanted to basically waste no time giving the pubs merchandise a bit of a plug. So have you got a list to run down there? You got your list, good man. Just in case, we don't want to miss a bit, and there's quite a lot to buy here, and it's quality gear, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah, definitely quality.
Good. What have we got?
We've got same with socks. We want you socks on your feet.
All sizes out there?
All sizes.
Right, or one size fits most, I don't know.
That's right, yeah. If you want your car shop, we've got play cars for $20 a pack.
Yeah, excellent.
If you want cover your head, cover for your city suit, we got green, red, green for $28 each. If you really want to have a kitchen or every type of, you get your bar mat.
Oh, the bar mats, just like in the bar itself.
$30, yeah.
So we don't steal them and they end up asking for $30 instead of nothing.
Yeah, you get
Too many people do that, isn't there, Cedric? We've got an eye on them though, they can't get past you, mate.
Yeah, they get the green red summers you want for $15.
Yeah, good value.
And versatile, our favourite wall t-shirt.
Which you're wearing right now. You've got three colours, black and white and cerise and blue, I think you've got, haven't you? Good for you. You've got basically all of it.
Oh, they get green, white at $45. El Cheapo, yeah.
El Cheapo, but good quality, hey?
Good quality,
Thanks, Cedric. I think that's a good lead in. We've got a guest appearance here. Bernie boy can't make it. He's been stuck in a board meeting where his boss is possibly about to get the chop, and so he didn't want to miss it. And we thought, we'll blow it. We can't wait for him and all his banter, but he'll come back next time and give us a good session. But I'm going to hand over to a bloke who just got raked into it. Roy the boy. Now, I won't go into the story too much because he's got a lot to say. And I've heard him say this much. He was a 10-pound pom and came out here on a ship, I'd imagine, through the old school immigration and customs just over the road here, I think, on the quay. Originally, he hailed from Newcastle in the north, and one big thing that we all love here is both Cedric, and you'll hear from Pedro in a minute, they love their brown ale. It's a 2 years old here, but this fellow goes back to the original, the Newcastle brown ale. Now, we can't fault that. It even would have been cask, warm temperature room, I don't know, in the old days, and now it's gone to the chill stuff. But I will hand over to Roy the boy, and give us a bit of a rundown on how you got here and what you've done all these years. Only 10 years, I suppose, like all the rest, I don't know.
Right, yeah, so basically I come over in 1969 as a 10-pound pom, and the idea was that you paid you £10, and you come to Australia, it was start a new adventure, new life, that sort of thing. I made the decision after about 2.5 years to go back to the UK, but I've been a frequent visitor to Australia, so I really love Sydney. I love Australia actually, and I'm not sure if I made the right decision to go back to the UK.
These things happen in life, Roy.
Exactly.
You never know where things are going to take you.
No, exactly.
But then you come back.
Yeah, I've been back a few times. Been up to all around Australia. Been up to Cairns, Adelaide. I've got family in Adelaide, family in Perth.
So you've done a lap of the map.
Oh yeah. The only place I haven't been to is Darwin.
Yeah, I can understand that. There's a big trop up there. So you've seen nearly 27,000 beaches, I suppose.
Probably, yeah, something like that.
A good chunk of them. All the main ones, the right spots.
Manly, Bondi, obviously. I'm actually staying in Coogee at the moment.
Oh,
I've
the
been up
famous
to
three.
I've been up to Broad Beach, just down from Surfers Paradise. I had a week up there, and this is unfortunately this is my last day in Sydney today. I go back tomorrow.
Luckily, we got hold of you. Well, we're welcome and farewell, bon voyage, literally.
Oh yeah, exactly.
We'll come back to you there because I want to hear more about that tall tale and anecdotes that are going to follow it. If I could get over to Pedro, it's a good segue over to him, an easy one to kick off. His shenanigans, and he usually comes here after he's got a little stroll up the promenade at, let's say, Manly, but Coogee and Bondi aren't probably far behind. They're second, third favourites. What's been going on today, Pedro, early in the morning?
I woke up, got the train down to Central, walked down to the George of the War pub, had a few beers. That's my general pastime, having a few beers with my friends. Fantastic pub. Only discovered it earlier this year, but it's a great pub. First pub in Sydney, 1812, and all the staff are great. I've seen 8 staff behind the bar sometimes. It's very busy.
Indeed.
Tonight they get the man plays the guitar, he comes in and he tears the place apart. Fantastic songs from the 70s and 80s, not much beyond that.
No.
So I leave that to the young people for
Exactly.
for the music nowadays, which I don't know.
It's a pretty tight square in there. If they're not in the beer garden, it gets a bit busy, doesn't
It's
it?
a very
There's a lot of elbow bumps and
Yes, a lot of-
bums and boobs all over, but you can't help that, can you?
Well, speaking of bums and blues,
It's not your fault, mate. It's theirs. If they're a little bit more buxom or calipigious, there's nothing we can do about it.
there's a lot of B&Bs in Manly. I go to Manly quite a bit. Fat Manly Ferry. When you look along the beach, you've got to wear your sunglasses. They're frightening.
Oh, the sun's on buns. It's started.
right.
The Bali bikinis, mate.
Yes.
Yeah, you get a fright from that, don't you, if you're our age? You've got to be careful you don't get a stroke.
Yep. I only look once and I turn around, go back on the ferry, come back here. So,
One schooner of fresh reshes and you're back over here. Oh, well, that's good to know. And it's a good run from the Manly on the ferry.
Fantastic,
30 minutes
yeah.
to the best view.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly the best harbour in the world.
yeah.
Well, most scenic. There's other ones we can think of, but you know, that you pour into Singapore or you know, you log into Hong Kong. I don't know, but we're very lucky here and gifted to have, you know, the culture and lifestyle that we take for granted sometimes.
And you know, when
It's a good sign that you can see that in us, Roy. We know it. We're very you know, nonchalant sometimes, different,
You
but
take for granted, don't you?
oh, definitely. And you take for granted where you might be living the rolling hills,
Oh, yeah,
and, you know, and the
yeah.
good beers and lovely old pubs. It's your life that you've grown up with, and we're here and living these. We come and we go and we come back, see some of the world. We always land back here because we still call Australia home. That famous song we've got.
almost every day there's a big cruise ship. All
Exactly.
the lovely American tourists come straight in for
beyond.
the Fortune Award.
Oh yeah.
It's the first pub they think of, and they come
Go
right
here,
up.
go here.
I met them from every state: Wisconsin, Florida,
Carolinas,
Massachusetts, Carolinas,
Texas.
Florida. I've spoken to every one of them.
Texas, all over the place.
They come from nearly all states.
They do. They
Right.
love it here. We welcome them.
And those beyond, like we've always got the obvious ones, and New
yes.
Zealanders, Canadians, and
We've got
UK.
a few English gentlemen as well.
Exactly.
Very welcome.
Well, remember, this is the oldest pub in Sydney.
Yeah.
1828.
Yeah.
And it's been here.
For donkeys, gone through many many renovations.
Been started 1828.
Yeah.
Well, now looking at it, that last year, is that right, Cedric? It's about December or so. That they finished the big renovations. It cost quite a lot of money. It was a bit of a risk, but the family that run it are lovely people. And they've got 85 staff now. I think it's out of control. It's huge. There's a great employer. It really cares about people and their patrons, whether they're locals, blow-ins, or visitors, or you know, underworld figures or what have you. There's plenty of that. Colourful racing identities to go with it. Having just been had the Melbourne Cup, there were a few in here yesterday. I could see a little bit on the chit chat. And to top that off, we have to give it a plug because they deserve the recognition for that award. The best new boutique hotel in Australia, the AHA award. So chipping in a clap there. But and it was about the staff, so they got a nice little venture to the awards over at the Randwick Racecourse, and I think they went from 12 till 12. You know, they probably had 12 an hour slugged into them, and they got a little bit sauced up. But good luck to them.
Yeah.
But I mean, this hotel recently got the new bistro.
Yeah.
They got a new lick of lacquer in the bar, and the carpet replaced. It must be 80 or 100 years old before that. And it looked brand new, but they didn't taint the or compromise the original feel of the bar. So that's been there since the kickoff.
Not much has changed at all.
No.
A bit of varnish
And they needed
gold.
it, you know. And the timber work is sensational.
right.
There's been a lot of effort put into it, right down to the candlesticks and glassware and you know, the bar features.
When was the refurbishing done?
Ended in December last year.
Okay.
I mean, you know, they kept things alive outside basically because it was in the warm weather, because you couldn't come in here. It was quite significant reno. But the key was that the luxury accommodation they've created is, well, I can only say it's second to none. And a lot of people stay here. It's greatly serviced here, and they can come down and have breakfast. I mean, geez, who would have thought a pub was doing breakfast? And then gunfire, you know, rums to go with it in their coffee, but if they so choose. But I think, Mark, you've seen a lot of change here. Probably a few publicans. Speedy's been here at least 12 years that I know. But before that, you used to work in the city.
Yeah.
You've retired though, and you're still coming back here on a leisurely stroll in and out as you do.
99% people here are good. The staff are good.
Oh yeah.
The person is good. We are serving Fiona. This place will be sis.
No, they've made it their own too.
COVID.
I tell you, the good thing about it is though, with the refurbishing, a lot that I was saying earlier on, is that I remember Sydney in the 70s, and the pubs were like proper pubs, you know. Or, you know, you call them hotels, but you know, back home we call them pubs. But I think they haven't actually already too much downstairs, so it's still like you could have go back in '97 walking.
Luckily, Cedric's only 4'8.5" because that's as high as that cellar is. You got the rest of us have got to hook over.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, you're going to have modernisation, and you're going to have, they can build just glass towers and all this. But that's it. I mean,
we're lucky down here that in the 80s they fought hard to protect it and put the heritage element back in. So if you walk down the street,
it's definitely a good thing.
There's at least 10 pubs you can stretch around to, and they all look the same as they were when they were built.
Yeah, I mean, because if you have the old glass towers, all the character goes.
Well, that's over the expressway there. That's where it belongs, in the CBD proper. They can go, knock themselves out. But down here, it's been sustained since basically the 1780s, really. And then pubs like this, well, there were older pubs like the Waterloo and the Lord Nelson. The buildings in their facility was older, but they didn't have a continuous licence like this one. So this one was well placed, and it just maintained its licence for the longest period. But it's good to see that people take an interest in the history and the tours that they've got. There's free tours you can do. There's ghost tours. I mean, remember the lockup? Before there was a pop-up bar. I have to put this out there. Before the bistro was done, they had a nice little lockup. It was actually an old cop shop, and they put them on the stocks. But Cedric, Sambo, and who was it? Dougie, the long term. Brian. In each cell they had their mugshot taken for whatever crimes they committed. And what was yours? I think you were DMD or something.
7 years for talking too much.
Oh, well then, keep it down, you bastard. I think Sambo got done for stealing a couple of barrels of Reese's, which we don't have anymore, sadly. It's too expensive to run beers like that.
Was the Queen's liver.
Yeah, of course he was. That's his crime there, right there, isn't it?
Sam was he was a railway smaller.
Yeah.
And Doug.
He was railways too, wasn't he?
Railway Doug.
Yeah, from Strathfield. He's always been he's 35 years in the railways, I think. Still going, and he's older than the hills, but he doesn't seem to feel it. Or he's out on the Hastings on those tracks all day, clickly clack. Well, Pedro, to add to that, you're from out on probably in the the hills area in Hornsby.
Hornsby, yes.
Yeah, on the road up to the stop off at Mooney Bridge there, which is my last name actually, Terry Mooney.
Yes.
I don't know whether it's got anything to do with me, but that's a place you don't want to break down on that expressway, is it? Or get it into a crash. It's quite a hot spot, isn't it?
It is. The M1 freeway is a hot spot for everybody travelling.
Especially in busy period. The people get impatient.
When that goes, the whole city shuts down.
Shuts down. For me to Newcastle, literally out of Newcastle is a bloody. It's a traffic jam, isn't it?
Yeah,
Long weekends are hopeless.
One lane gets blocked, the whole system gets blocked. It's shocking.
It is.
Like I can listen to it from the radio or Facebook.
Yeah, in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, in the comfort. I feel sorry for them, but that's the choice. That's the only way north.
Really, yeah, it's directly.
It's the only path. So yeah.
But I guess that leads into that point about the Sydney is a basin. It's a big stretch of land, and you've got the road and the rail north cuts through the national park. It's quite a feat. And same to Wollongong in the south, the Grand Pacific Drive, cutting around that ocean road. That's quite an engineering feat as well.
And the tunnels are a big thing.
Oh, without those and the miners and the cutters and the engineers, railway workers, we wouldn't be having it. And so that they were bullet tracks basically, the old Northern Road and the M1, which is the freeway south, Prince's Freeway and Highway. And then we've got the road, the Great Western, that punches straight out to Katoomba. We're lucky with that one. That's a great freeway. But the train rides on all three directions are a testament to that engineering and vision of our forefathers. But the scenery, like I don't necessarily have a favourite, but the ocean line are great, but the one into the mountains to Katoomba and Lithgow and beyond it, and the Seven Valleys like to Bathurst. We're very lucky within 3 hours from here.
Yeah, you got.
We've got sceneries, wonderful scenery.
There's no longer than 10 minutes wait anywhere, basically. The train, the metro rail, 10 minutes wait. In the old days, it was half an hour, 40 minutes.
Well, the Red Rattlers are what we grew up with.
The Red Rattlers.
They're beautiful old leather seats, and they were spring loaded, and you'd fall asleep from the swaying and the tube. And you could hang out the door and have a durry and a stubby if you really wanted to. They didn't encourage it, but I don't think they cared. You know. My dad, we moved out of the city on the border there, fortunately or not so, that when I was a little kid, to move up to the Central Coast, like Patonga. And of course he'd commute in from Woy Woy every day, so I was like turned into a Woy Woy boy there. But Patonga was really great to grow up as a kid. It was still like gas lamp and septic tank and no fresh water. Like that kind of era right up until the 70s. And we could run away, and at dawn till dusk we would be out just gallivanting around that national park, which brought us back onto your place actually, Karingai.
Yes.
And I can't think of the other spot, but it would go all the way over into Ettalong and over to Woy Woy and so on. But the lifestyle we had there was just astounding. Fishing and going up the river and going to the surf right out front. We had a shack right on that waterfront near the pub, you probably know it. And they're all gone now. There's $10 million mansions there, and that happens. But the campsite's still the same. We can still roll down the hill with the camper van and set up in the back there. So we're very lucky with all that in our surrounds. Apparently you, Pedro, got it's bushland in your backyard, right?
One of our street is the start of all the bushland from Barrow Waters.
All the way north.
All the way to the Hawkesbury River and further.
It never ends.
If there's a bushfire, we're ready for it.
Yeah, you got to. And then there's the back road, the Old North Road to the Hawkesbury.
Yes.
And a beautiful old inn up there. We should go up there actually for a bit of a day trip.
It's nice up there, yes.
And have a lunch there. They've got a great feed. Apparently, from memory, they've got the best snitty in the district. And that's the old road that goes around to Gosford and beyond. So you can do a circuit effectively because they've got a punt, haven't they? Yeah, they've got a punt across there. That's free still, which is really helpful because they don't intend to put a bridge. There's no intention of putting the money into it. So you're back, Cedric. You've had a bit of a refreshment. You didn't get us all another beer, but we'll do that on conclusion. we'll hit Speedy up for a couple of Catholics. Well, we're not all Catholics, but we don't care about religion or discriminate.
No, we don't go there.
No, we don't have to. That's actually we've got to firm up that from up front. Generally, no politics unless it's some funny thing. We don't go digging in to people's lives or
yeah.
discriminate. We won't discriminate them. We'll keep it. We'll attack everyone on an equal basis.
Okay.
Yeah, religion and politics and gender we won't worry about.
Politics do.
Yeah. But we don't want to single anyone out. Just not yet.
No,
we'll have a little bit of a think about that down the track. We'll make sure it's topical, but we'll keep it PGR, not AA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We won't stab them straight through. But a few of them come to mind, and we'll get there. There's some old colourful characters, and we'll workshop that for the next time or the one after. But I was going to segue back to you there, Cedric, because you know the history of this place more than any of us, and some of the old stories. There's got to be something you know that happened in that bar. Something really funny after work. You were here for the 6 o'clock swill, weren't you? When you had to go home by 6?
After that.
Because the old licensing laws used to be quite different years ago, didn't they?
You
Up
Closing
until the
times
70s.
quite early,
It was up
wasn't
until
it?
the 60s or 70s.
No, you got to get 6 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Most people was back at 6 o'clock was the fast up, or maybe.
So 3 till 6, you had to plough as many Indians
So
as you
that
could.
was the thing. When you got to like their closing time, everybody would be like, it's really all in one.
Oh,
you
they
know?
rack up a tray. That's why we drink half pints or not handles, because you could flow through those, and the pints and half pints were the publican, and the schooner was for the drinker. But if you could suck up 8 of those instead of 15 of those, you'd be more economically better off. But I'd be more tanked by walking.
So that's
out
a
with
schooner,
those.
and that's what's that? Is that midi?
It's a midi, but it's a half pint.
There was a
and you're
small
on
one, was it?
Oh yeah, ponies and butchers.
I've never seen it. Never seen a pony, but
You don't want to do
For tasting, you can taste
It's a
anything.
mouthful and a half, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Old codgers like us or the RSL blokes, they sit at the bar and they knock back 30 a day and they're not tanked. So they're drinking thimbles for, I don't know, $3.50 a pop, maybe less in a club.
One was years ago in the 80s, there was a woman from the bar. She was
barmaid?
Bartender, 6'2".
Oh, too big. Buxom?
Melbourne, ex-school switcher.
Oh, right. Oh, like a madam.
Oh, yeah.
A madam or a matron? Oh, right.
Matron, yeah.
Bloody hell.
Oh, if you sat in the...
Your normal spot?
No, actually, in the surf bar, she'll shut your head, wow.
On and on and on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, watering your mouth.
Oh, what are you doing?
And all you came here for was a quiet beer.
What's the ghost in room 8?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's the alcohol. Nice, that one.
Well, it's changed a lot since then.
Yeah, it changed a lot, yeah.
I can remember early days in the 90s when I came here, when I first started going out. It was a lot of military, like I was in the army, and the Navy blokes weren't very far away, and you'd lead up into Anzac Day, always could be problematic. They were always looking for trouble, and we were looking to take their money off them. Their ship-to-shore stuff, where we ripped them right through on the tour, if you know what that is. And they'd get a little bit cross about that and probably turn on you, but we always had some backup. There was bigger blokes than me that towered over them and could knock them clean off their socks. But that was in the times where you didn't think about carrying a mouthguard, you know. But you bloody should have. But they were good bouncers, and they were clean and fair, but they'd knock their shoulder through you if you did something stupid and tip you out off the street and tell you to come back another day. But the Navy blokes that circulate through the wharf at Woolloomooloo, Garden Island.
Because I worked in Garden Island.
Oh,
Yeah, for
so
2
you understand
years.
the docks.
Yeah, well, that's where I'd come into the pub today. Just done a tour of the Navy dockyard there.
Oh, Joe. Well, there's a couple of good pubs over there. There's the Three Bells, there's the Frisco, the Woolly Bay, Tilbury, but that's a bit posh for me, that one now. Things are getting a little bit too downhill around there. The people from Woollahra and, as you know, Double Pay Bay, they're infiltrating that neighbourhood with the restaurants. You're on my pay scale, Double Pay. But I guess if we're looking at where to from here with this little soiree, I think we can safely say we're going to retire back to our retirees milk bar, aren't we? Cedric? Yeah, you betcha. We've got a lovely row of at least 6 seats there. And we're going from basically one age right up to, well, there's someone in their 80s who turns up sometimes. But you know, we have a mix of blokes, and we don't really act our age. This is the beauty of it.
You're right there.
Yeah, but be honest with us and transparent about some of the other reasoning behind our efforts here is to promote mateship and camaraderie. I really like that between people who could be strangers or a friend you've never met.
You're at home, you talk about your own worries, you just want to get out of your worries, just talk to somebody.
And out of your comfort zone.
We can help you out.
Lift your spirits. So you've had a good afternoon and you go home feeling on top of the world. Like last week we gave you a bloody good roasting, Bernie and I, but you took it well.
Nothing like social.
But that's what sparked off our idea to do this. We thought, well, we've made you like the day of your life probably in the next forthcoming months or years. But
So what is your relationship?
I've met Cedric's from the bar, and I met him a couple of years ago.
You're from there?
A couple of years ago. Yeah. And Bernie was just a blowy. He was the first time I'd never met him, and I've met Pedro a few times by accident. And we've had offers for people that just want to have a chat and just keep it on the low down. Nothing too serious. Oh, you can do it.
Yeah.
As you said, you can talk to locals, tourists, underworld figures, and people that come off the boat. You know, literally they're jet lagged and they need a laugh and someone to pick them up and push them through their jet lag. You know, I don't think I'd like to have that problem. But yeah, it's important to be able to go away and come back any day, any week. There's the music. There's the blokes that are around
The
here.
best music here from the 70s,
You can't fault
not
it.
much further than the 80s, but those records and songs in those era was our...
Yes.
And the ladies are welcome. Like Barb, my missus, she'll come down, and she's not the type to sit in the bar. She's very old-fashioned, 50s type upbringing. But this was the best thing that ever happened to us because the bistro provided for that, and families, kids can come in here as they can't go in the bar, so that solved that issue. And the beer garden holds 250 people at least, probably more. So at any one time, there could be 500 people in this building shifting in and out, having cocktails, mocktails, wine, beer, spirits. Yeah, a flutter on the old tradesman's laptop if they get that up and running again. They've got to do that to keep the lights on. But the staff are what make it, and Steve has done a great job, and Fiona, like we can't fault what they did for us. They've made it, they've elevated it and made it what it is, and turned something into something great to something even better. It's very special, and I think that we're fortunate in terms of my fortunate war. We're fortunate, literally after wars, to have had this and the history to remain. If you look on the walls, it's all there, right in front of you to glare at. But there's interesting elements about regiments that came here for years and years and years on the Anzac Day. There's one plaque around the corner that no one really notices, so take notice. And the old maps and the indicators of the First Fleet, and all the ships that came in with the names. And strangely, all the ferries out there, the majority of there's certain classes of them are all named after those First Fleet tall ships. So not many people realise that. And they're an important part of our history because they've kept those waterways open and accessible for the common man and those that
I think that's the great thing about Sydney is, for me, is like the ferries.
You know, Sydney's trains, buses, ferries and trams, they're very accessible. And everyone uses it. I don't want to drive around if I don't have to. I drive out of the city and beyond, but when we're in town, why would you bother?
No, exactly. Especially having a beer.
Well, we don't want to get caught out. That's very true. Our lives depend on it and those around us. And that's what the beauty. You catch the train. You catch the train. I've only got to pop over that way, but I've got a boat or train option, which is really handy. Even bus. But I think, all in all, what we're looking at is people come in. It's like a spider web. And Bernie comes in from way up in bloody Castle Hill, I think, but he's got the metro, so he's laughing. The fellow we said before that couldn't be here because of a very critical board meeting that he clearly didn't want to miss, but he wanted to come here for a schooner or two and a good laugh. But we'll get him next time. We'll shackle him down.
Let me go right there.
He's already press gang, but you know.
Press gang. One of my mates, Brian, he would come from Brisbane just to fix this pub.
He does, Brian Coleman. He'll be back here soon.
She's come back from Brisbane, Broad Beach.
If we get him in here on a Thursday, you know, around 2:22 is when we're supposed to start kicking off on this, but we're sort of straddled at either side because of Bernie's absence. But I feel like this has been a great start, and we'll now continue this newly forged tradition. We'll have a guest in a blow-in, and we'll keep the four horsemen being Bernie, Cedric, Pedro, and of course Terry, that being me. And
Four horsemen of Acropolis.
yeah, no, but not the four horsemen looking to ride us down.
No, exactly.
See you end up in purgatory at best.
No.
Not hell or heaven, but I think it's been a great testament to people's willingness here to have a go and be vulnerable a little bit and show your own personality. That's what we want. And engage people in our Facebook page, which is where we started. No Worries Weekly. We'll get more subscription. The word will get out, and it doesn't cost anything to be kind.
No, exactly. No.
That's a lovely mantra to have. I think we'll stick with that one.
I mean, it's a great thing socialising, isn't it?
Yeah,
For our health.
You don't even sit at home looking at four walls.
So I won't have a beer at home. I'd rather come down here and have a beer, talk rubbish with blokes for several hours and go home.
You can go to pubs at home, little groups. You can't really join in, but this pub,
You
sit
can.
down, you talk to anybody.
Yeah, you're the bloody expert at it, Pedro.
Yeah, I love talking.
Yeah, talk an arm off a bloody chair. You're so laid back now you could fall off it.
Very good.
But I think we'll close up there. We've hit about the 30-minute mark. We don't want to make it any longer than that early on because we'd want to keep people engaged. And then we'll really, pump it up when we've got some material and things to talk about that are timely and maybe attract more attention. Yeah, so we'll do a bit more here and engage with our primary publican, we'll call him the primary publican. But I've got a couple other pubs in mind that really would appreciate the not only the recognition, but we're going in for a handful of beers, and they know us too. And next one will be like we'll have Reshes on tap somewhere. Like we need to find one, but it's very elusive now because it's hard to get it. Publicans won't pay for it. It's too expensive.
We've got bridges like in can.
Yeah, the silver bullets, but you can have those at home.
Not the same as a.
So I remember years ago I used to work in I'm not sure it was Toots or Tuis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did this for a while, And you used to get a lot of voucher.
Yeah.
And you could have like a couple of points, a couple of schooners, whatever.
Oh, before I forget, there was a topic of interest. Just the name will do. We won't have to go in and have a long conversation about it. But if there was anyone you wanted to have a day with or even into the night, who would it be right now? Doesn't matter if they're dead or alive. Who would you want to hang out with, Cedric? Take a punt, just off the top of your head.
Bishop Bardot.
Bridget Bardot, I like that.
Oh, okay.
10. Oh, that's tops. Oh, I like that one. Right.
Well, I think it's be something like in the media. I'm thinking of Clive Jones, something like that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice touch. This is a good female.
Male. I'm not sure if he's alive. Dennis Lilly, one of the greatest cricketers.
Oh yeah,
One of the legends.
Well, that was the thing. When I went into the toilet, it was all this your snooker charm.
Oh, there's the picture there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dennis Lilly.
They're all on there.
Yeah, they're all there.
legends.
Yeah, they're all on there.
They were entertainers. Cricketers nowadays, they're good cricketers, but those guys were special.
Oh
Yeah,
I can tell a joke, they look hilarious.
And they're around the bars just like us. They're legends, and we're legends of our own minds and postcodes, basically. Well, I think for me, I'd have to say, it always fascinated me as a kid, and I like my superheroes really, and because they have messages that they can send to you. And as a kid, whether or not you pick up on all of them or not, doesn't matter. But they come back to you as an adult, and I used to love Wonder Woman. I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the invisible,
choice.
the invisible
Yeah.
jet and the lasso of truth. And they made a new version of it in the movies, which were quite successful, different sort of
Your mum would say,
approach. But the original one just was
Yeah.
marvellous.
Your mum would say, you're looking at those Wonder Woman magazines again, you naughty boy.
Hey, keep it PGO. But I think like that was important for young men and girls to have those superheroes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
the
think so,
messaging
yeah,
and the
definitely,
people
yeah.
to look up to.
Yeah, especially if they give messages, you know.
And
They
it,
give, like,
and it
this-
remains relevant through the ages. They're not going to go away.
Yeah.
And it starts with comic books and
Yeah.
cartoons.
Phantom.
Phantom. I used to love the Phantom
I've
too.
got the t-shirt, no one knows what he is.
No. And that was the mystique, like of it's this character like Batman who lived in a cave and was sort of very eccentric and lived a separate life.
All the news agents, they don't have comics except Phantom Comics, I don't know why.
I've got a stack at home somewhere of the covers.
I've got a big stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Well, a few got there, haven't they?
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
Some of them can. Some of them can
Magazine
be. Any of them.
comics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man, Superman,
Yeah,
they're all
yeah.
there.
Batman, Lone Ranger.
Lone Ranger.
Lone
love
Ranger,
that one.
yeah.
Good one. Well,
Sword of Zorro, do you remember that?
oh,
There was
no.
one called the Sword of Zorro. Yeah, but it, you
Oh.
know, yeah.
Well, I think,
Astro Boy.
yeah, another
Astro
good
Boy
one.
underway.
Flash Gordon, we could go on and on. Ming the Merciless.
Yeah.
Bob Menzies, an old pig iron Bob, they used to call him
Pig
Ming
Iron
the
Bob.
Merciless. Anyway, we won't get too deep into that, but he was one of those
And then
finest
always
types.
explain what Pig Iron Bob was about. She knew, yeah, Pig Iron Bob.
Exactly. Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. This was a good kick-off to the season.
Yeah.
We're heading into the cricket too. Like we moved out of
yes,
the
cricket.
football all codes, and so it's on. And we can't go to the match. I've looked for tickets here, and it's sold out, no doubt, because it's the Ashes. So with great interest, we'll be watching it on
I
telly.
used to watch the English cricket at 2 in the morning with my mum. What report?
Oh, God, Pedro.
What a great.
Yeah, oh, did it keep you awake or put you to sleep? Oh, mate, you can tell that story next time.
Yes, I will.
We can regale things about cricket. That's a good way.
Yeah.
Sporting icons.
Yep.
And who really had an impact on the game? You've already flagged Dennis Lilly and Tomo. We've got some greats there. We could go all afternoon. But we've got to keep it tight today because we've got to keep that material up our sleeve and really have a think about what we can have a yarn about and take a bit of a roasting. You can give it back as much as we give it, Cedric. All right, Roy. It's been a pleasure, mate. And I'm glad we press ganged you into the gang. You'll never be forgotten
I have
now.
to stay longer in Australia. I have to stay longer.
Well, you should. But you stay long at the Savo. We'll get a couple more in here before we have to, head off to make the dinner. Mine will be steaks on the barbie and a bit of a salad. What can you go wrong with them? Barb's famous potato salad, and that's that for me. All right. That's a sign off here. Hooroo from Terry. Any last words, Cedric? Hooroo from the Guru, Cedric.
I will say I love Sydney, love Australia.
Thanks, Roy the boy. And Pedro, you get the honours of the honour line of the last word.
Let me say this famous line: "See you around like a whistle."
All right, Hooroo signing off. Thanks, everybody.